I don't think Dr. Helm needs any introduction. He's going to be honored at this meeting with one of the highest honors in Lifetime Achievement Award, and he certainly has had a lifetime of achievements. I'm going to tell you, we are at a certain age, you're of course much older, that we were kind of in the beginning of the Wild West. We'd go to these meetings and literally, I can remember leaning over going, what do you do for this? And have you ever seen somebody do that? And now we go to these courses that are first rate, high end, highly peer reviewed. And this guy's one of those pioneers. So I won't get in the way anymore, but this is Dr. Stanhill.
Okay, thank you very much, Max. And I want to thank you all for coming to the lecture here, the Raj Memorial Lecture. And this lecture commemorates two giants without whom what we are doing today, interventional pain management, wouldn't be existing. On the right, we've got Prithvi Raj. On the left, Gabor Rax, centered with Lax Manchankati. And it's only fitting that when the textbook on interventional pain management was written, that the two of them, Dr. Raj and Dr. Rax, got together and wrote the foreword. Now, unfortunately, Dr. Raj passed about 3 years ago. He was born in a small village in India. He went to medical school in India and then was able to get to England and further his training. While in England, he met Susan Martin, who became his wife, and they had a very family. And Susan continues to be very active in pain management and attends a lot of the meetings. One of the delights of going to the meetings is seeing Susan. And not only that, their daughter Maya is involved with, you've heard a lot about PainCast, you've heard a lot about preservation of intellectual property. Maya is making that happen with PainCast, and I encourage you to stop by their booth that they've got here. She's doing just a great job with that. And Dr. Raj has been, he spent his entire career as an academic, but he did much more than that. He was one of the 5 dreamers that started ASRA. He started the World Institute of Pain, one of the founders of Pain Practice, wrote enormously, and has achieved multiple awards. Now you can see how peripatetic he was. He was all over the place. And what this meant is that as an academic and as a brilliant man such as he is, he influenced so many people. He just touched on so many lives of people in the field and laid such a broad foundation for development of the field. And here he is with John Benica, who of course is another great. And we were fortunate when ASIP was young back in 2003, prescient enough to give him a Lifetime Achievement Award at that time. So when he passed in 2016, it just seemed obvious to create the Raj Award of Excellence in Interventional Pain Management. And here you can see the first award being given in 2016 to Gabor Rax by Susan Raj. And then the award has been administered annually. And 2017, my good friend Peter Stats. 2018, my good friend Craig Hartreck. Both of them are just excellent physicians, well-deserving. And this year, Miles Day is receiving it. He's done so much for so many people. And now, in addition, we have a living legend, Gabor. Gabor gave us the line that I think exemplifies why we do what we do. He said, our patients have needs and we can help them with their needs. He grew up in Hungary, he got out, he went to England where he was part of the English national water polo team. He's Hungarian, right? He'll play water polo. And while he was getting his medical degree, and he finally made his way to the United States and ended up ultimately at Texas Tech, where he built the incredible pain program that they've got there, and he's still active. Gabor married Enid, and I just still get goosebumps when I think about them walking out of Hungary in 1956, going through a minefield in the snow, and he's walking through the minefield and she's behind him putting her foot in his footsteps in the snow. I mean, I just have so much admiration for her. And they were fortunate to have a good and healthy family, many members of whom are very much involved in pain management, pain medicine, and real contributors. Now Gabor, you can see this is for his 80th birthday party. So what do you do when you're in your 80s? You're Gabor? You keep on going. I was talking with him, we were Skyping earlier this week about a paper we're planning to write, and he hung up, and then for whatever reason my connection couldn't turn off. I was a little slow in getting it off, and I could hear him talking. He was 80-odd years old. He's walking down the hall of the hospital, and he turns to whoever he's with and says, "I am looking for my slides." He's still teaching, he's still active, he's still traveling the world, and just doesn't stop. We've gotten many awards, including the Lifetime Achievement Award in 2004, then the Giant in Pain Medicine in 2018. He truly is a giant. Being a Hungarian, he comes up with answers to problems that elude other people. He's been so involved with patient safety, so in developing the eponymous RACS procedure. It's just a delight and pleasure to know him, and thank God he's still here and he's present today. I encourage you to spend some time with him. So we have developed the RACS Excellence Award also. In 2016, Andrea Trescott got it, and then Miles, again, we're seeing a theme here with Miles. And then, again, my good friend Ira Fox in 2018. And this year, I'm pleased to say that Larry Driver is going to be receiving it. Again, another excellent recipient. And a quick word about Dr. Pai. Dr. Pai died last September. He was an anatomist. He went on to become an anesthesiologist. He worked very closely with Dr. Raj. You can see that he was at Cincinnati with Dr. Raj. Dr. Raj appreciated what a genius he was. I have a very special tie with him in that when I was a first-year medical student at Tufts, he taught me anatomy, and that was just a incredible experience. And then in 2003, when I went to Budapest, he gave some lectures on anatomy that were just unsurpassed. I remember he had sewed up a little cloth model that he used to demonstrate the embryology of the gut. And he was folding this thing in and vaginating and making all these changes. And he had the simplicity of expression that comes only with mastery of the details. Dr. Raj recognized that in him, and they really collaborated very much. So he will be very much missed. So today's keynote speakers, we have two superb speakers for you. First is John Nance, who's going to be talking about the mid-course correction. Now, I think that John's CV is fantastic. I had a chance to talk with him a couple of minutes before. I mean, his basic background is in aviation. He was an Air Force pilot. He had combat experience in Vietnam, Desert Storm. But that does not begin to express what he's done. He's written 13 novels. They've been translated into 18 languages, so I guess somebody likes what he's doing. But it doesn't stop there. You know, he was involved in aviation safety, and then early on, he was approached by a friend in Minneapolis about, hey, what you're doing in aviation safety, maybe you could be brought over here to healthcare. So he went and brought that over, and we see where that's now taken us with excellent results. But his focus has not only been on the healthcare safety, he's taking on other elephants like, financial survival, the Affordable Care Act. How do you get your arms around those topics? I mean, really a protean mind. Very excited to hear what John has to say for us. And then, of course, Lax Manchinkati. What do we say about Lax? Without Lax, no ASIP. Lax has really gone and allowed this organization to come together. And with this organization, we can focus on the three foundations of interventional pain management, which are what? I maintain they are safety, efficacy, and access. And he's done this through bringing together so many people and doing so much work himself on research, writing, education, advocacy, both with regulators and with legislators, with legislative success that he has gotten that no other organization can lay claim to, although they do. And And with LAX, we've got this organization now where we've got so many exciting people, so many talented people dealing with so many issues, everything from healthcare policy to sedation for medication and everything in between. Without LAX, none of this would have happened. His opinions are trenchant, they're interesting, they're not necessarily mainstream, and he's always a lot of fun to listen to. And now it's time to turn the podium over here to John, the mid-course correction. Where are we? How we come here, and where are we going?